Mayor Craig Greenberg shared his State of the City address. The Louisville Zoo held a 55th birthday party for Punch the Elephant, and Danny Wimmer Presents is partnering with the Iroquois Amphitheater to provide more live entertainment for the city. All that and more on Louisville This Week. I'm John Ramsey, Director of City Partnerships. Mayor Greenberg shared his State of the City address live on Metro TV and with a full house in attendance at the Kentucky Center for the Performing Arts.
Mayor Greenberg is a proud graduate of Jefferson County Public Schools, the University of Michigan, and Harvard Law School. He has been married to his wife, Rachel, who I think I've known since they got married, for 25 years, and they have two sons, Daniel and Benjamin. Before I welcome Mayor Greenberg to the stage, I would like to direct your attention to the screen.
We have a lot of momentum going right now. We're having a great season. Women's basketball's having a great season. Football crushed it this year. Volleyball, as always, killed it. And speaking of momentum, the city of Louisville's got a ton of momentum going. I'm here to introduce tonight a special guy. I love energy dudes, and this dude has energy. Bringing momentum, bringing energy, introducing your mayor, my mayor, our mayor, Craig Greenberg. Go Cards!
Well, good afternoon, everyone. Thanks, Lauren. Thank you. Thank you all so much. Thank you. I believe that this is a critical moment in the life of our city. So let's make the most of it. I am more committed than ever to embracing this special moment of opportunity to build on the progress we're making. Our new direction is transforming our city. You can see it in our new crime strategy, in our new emergency family shelter, new housing being built, new parks and libraries, new early learning options for kids, more jobs and more opportunities for Louisville families all across the board. The state of our city is strong and getting stronger and safer and healthier for everyone in every Louisville neighborhood with each passing day. That's right. And as I said, I see this work like running a race. There are still miles to go. But Louisville, we're on the move and we're gaining speed. So friends, join me. Lace up. Let's stay focused, stay together, and pick up our pace. Let's embrace this moment and our momentum. There is still a lot of work to do for our city. But I gotta run.
During the State of the City address, the mayor shared renderings for potential renovations to the Belvedere in downtown Louisville. Representatives from the firm that created the renderings, Heatherwick Studio, were in Louisville and shared their goals for the Belvedere redesign during the final Belvedere community engagement event.
We're trying to understand human emotion. And I think that's a really important point that often modern architecture doesn't really understand what makes you feel good. What makes you feel good? We make a lot of things. We make models, prototypes, mock-ups, tests. And again, that's to make sure we're thinking about reality. And reality goes all the way down to maintenance and durability and plants that won't die and paving that won't crack. And as we've heard, the Belvedere is in really quite a state of disrepair. And yet it's this phenomenally important project right in the middle of the city.
The mayor shared his legislative priorities for this year during his weekly press update.
Last year, our city received historic investment of over $1 billion from the Kentucky General Assembly all across our city in a variety of projects. We are so grateful to the leaders and the members of the Kentucky General Assembly who saw these investments in our city as an investment in the state's future. And we will continue to strengthen those partnerships and relationships for the future of Louisville and for the future of the Commonwealth. Now that the General Assembly is back in session, we want to continue to build on that momentum. Build on that momentum in this 2025 session and as we move into another budget session in 2026. The conversations my team and I are having with leaders in Frankfort will continue for the remainder of this session, and we're focused really on the top priorities of our administration, of our city. And they include, of course, at the top, improving public safety, spurring economic development, creating more housing, and investing in key capital projects. Again, We know that this is not a budget session for the Kentucky General Assembly, but we want this to be top of mind, if nothing else, to start early for the 2026 session.
He also addressed the recent LMPD street racing arrests.
We are very serious about putting an end to criminal street racing in our city. LMPD will continue to take the actions like they took this weekend. You heard about a proposal that we're asking the state to help us with to give us even more tools to end criminal street racing in our community. It is negatively impacting far too many parts of our city, and we will stay on it until it's gone. It will simply not be tolerated.
In February, the mayor expects an ordinance to be filed in Metro Council about the disbursement of $57 million in opioid settlement funds. He shared his views on what he'd like to see done with the funds.
Sometime in February, we are going to propose to Metro Council an ordinance related to the disbursement of the next round of opioid settlement funds that come in. And my office is working right now with our colleagues on Metro Council to announce some of these next rounds of disbursements. But I do want to preview a couple of the programs that we're going to recommend supporting. First, a new district court diversion program for people who are cited for unlawful camping. Their first docket of this is tomorrow, and we want to be supportive of the diversion programs that are made available to individuals who are cited for unlawful camping in our community. We also want to support the Jefferson County Circuit Court Clerk Mental Health Division and their efforts to support individuals who are in need, that are involved with addiction challenges, and we want to provide help. And finally, more prevention and education programs throughout Jefferson County Public Schools to help prevent young adults, to help prevent teenagers from getting hooked on drugs or alcohol in the first place.
Danny Wimmer Presents and the Iroquois Amphitheater are partnering to bring more live entertainment to Louisville.
Danny Wimmer Presents will be bringing their talent, their resources, their experience, their passion for great live entertainment right here to Iroquois Entertainment to help us expand the lineup and events and shows that happen there.
Talent acquisition is a big part of what we do. We do that every day with all of our festivals. We're able to bring that here to the city. Marketing, we've just introduced a fresh new logo. The city has the support of our team, 75 plus full-time talented individuals from all across the country are working to market the Iroquois Amphitheater and do everything we can to make sure people are really enjoying this area of town.
DeSales High School student Brandon Malone showed true heroism when he rescued 2 people from drowning earlier this year.
Brandon and his girlfriend were near McNeely Lake Park, and the lake was frozen over. You remember those days. And Brandon heard cries for help. 2 teenage girls had fallen through the ice.
As soon as I seen them, ran over, helped both of them out, and, well, that's a shortened version of it, but I'm so glad I was there, honestly, to break that ice and, all the emotions. It was just kind of instinct, honestly.
When firefighters arrived, Brandon says they congratulated him on his bravery, and they also pointed out that he was taking a big risk and could have put himself in need of rescue.
Great role models. Great role models. My mom, my dad, especially my grandma, taught me to put others first. So that's what I did.
To proclaim at this very young age of yours that thanks to your efforts and your just really exemplify what us in Louisville are all about. And so today we're happy to proclaim you a distinguished citizen. And I also want to extend an invitation. We're opening 2 new pools this summer at Algonquin Park and Camp Taylor Park. So we'd love, based on your skills, to invite you to become a lifeguard, get the training you need, and meet me there for some good swimming in the warm weather. But thank you so much for your bravery, for helping somebody else, and congratulations.
Thank you so much. If somebody needs help, help them. Be the 5% of people that will do something that is scary.
The Louisville Metro Housing Authority held a coffee and conversation event for Dosker Manor residents who have already been relocated to St. Catherine Court.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? My name's Dan Farrell. I'm the Director of Special Programs here at Louisville Metro Housing Authority. And we wanted to get people together who've been relocated to St. Catherine Court from Dosker Manor to see how you're doing, let you know about different services that are available to assist you.
They moved me. I didn't have to lift nothing. I came over from Dosker 3 months ago. I've been here for 3 months. And this is the best place I've been at since I've lived in Louisville.
Did all of you know each other were here? Okay. It's a small place, so you're going to run into each other.
I've got a few friends that came over, and I've got a few friends that I've made here. It's been a journey. Wonderful journey.
Okay. Any problems or anything? No? Okay.
Dosker Manor was a step up from getting my own place again because I was in Wayside.
The Thrive program is funded through HUD Ross Service Coordinator funds, and it serves public housing residents no matter where they live, so they can be in our senior or disabled sites where we want them to thrive there, or they can be our younger residents and our family sites who are interested in going back to school, finding a job, and want to thrive in those ways. So that's how we came up with the name Thrive for the program.
St. Catherine Court is a good place. We just gotta work together, keep it clean, and just treat each other right. And believe it or not, this is the first place that I can actually say is my home.
You're never at a loss for something to do in Louisville. And Roseanne Maston with Louisville Tourism is here to share some of the events going on in the city this week.
Hi, my name is Roseanne Maston, and I'm with Louisville Tourism. We are the marketing destination agency for the city of Louisville, so we're a good resource for what is going on and what you want to do in the town. Some of the things that are coming up for February, lots of different fun things downtown. Your choice of things from arts and culture to food and culinary, so lots of good events coming up. We've got the PNC Broadway in Louisville is bringing Moulin Rouge to Louisville. And it's 2 weeks, not just one, so you have plenty of time to enjoy it. You'll want to check on tickets. But if you're familiar with the movie, it's just going to be a great, colorful, and vibrant interpretation of the movie. It's going to be at the Kentucky Center for the Performing Arts. And it's a theater experience that is filled with stunning sets and great lights and visual, wonderful costumes, and it's a wonderful performance. If you're looking for more of the details about anything that I've recommended or millions of more that we have online for February and beyond, make sure you visit gotolouisville.com, which is GOTO Louisville.com, and you'll see our calendar of events. There's lots of fun things from anything from arts and culture to dining and culinary and bourbon. There'll be plenty of something for everybody.
The Office of Financial Empowerment kicked off their Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program.
If you need your taxes done, we are here to help you if your income is less than $67,000. Check out one of our 15 VITA sites and our mobile sites, which goes throughout Louisville. If you can't make it today, please come to one of the other locations. You can find all the locations on our website at www.labcservices.org.
Broadway All the Way is looking for the public's input to reshape the Broadway corridor and make it more accessible, equitable, mobile, and safer.
Input from the community is absolutely critical on these projects. It's public infrastructure, so I mean the public should have a say in what happens out there. And throughout this process, we've tried to be diligent to make sure that we're listening to the community. You look at a corridor like Broadway, It's all Broadway, but there's a lot of nuances to Broadway as you go up and down it. There's different neighborhoods, there's different design elements and things like that. So the good part about hearing from folks out here is what's unique to your neighborhood and how can we apply that to this project so you still keep the kind of authenticity of your neighborhood while also tying that together with the larger Broadway project.
So I'm interested in the new design of how they're going to do Broadway, especially from in my community because I live right off Broadway. And I just want to know and have a voice in the changes. I would like to see safer, Broadway safer, especially for the seniors and the youth and people that walk in that area, especially from Southwestern Parkway to 32nd. It's really difficult to cross the street at the intersections because the cars are moving so fast on Broadway and the lights are in between.
By being the president of the Liberty Green Resident Council, we have members and residents and stuff that rides the bus as well as I do every now and then. And we have some that rides the bus. That's the only means of transportation. I mean, I know it's way down the line, a long process, but it'd be great to have it right now because, like I said, that's the only means of transportation for many. And some can't afford cabs, some can't afford Uber or Lyft and stuff. And these are means of transportation. And it'll be very helpful for each and every one of them.
It gives the community an opportunity to voice their concerns and their suggestions, and that way we feel like we are part of it, not people making decisions for us about the community we live in.
Metro 311 is Louisville's customer service center, and during the January storms, the center was busy fielding calls for service, answering questions, and keeping the public informed.
Metro 311 is customer service for Metro government. We know everything about everything all the time and have to be ready to answer any questions the city might have, from citizens all the way up to Metro Council, the mayor's office, anybody that's involved with Metro government.
Thank you for calling Metro 311. This is Janet. May I help you?
We are the doorway to Metro government. When you contact us and you tell us what the issue is, whether it's a question that you have or a concern that needs to be reported, people say to us all the time, well, you all need to do these things. We don't leave our office. We stay here, we route the concern where it needs to go so that the appropriate agency can go out and do that work. And then when you contact us back to find out what's happened, we will provide the information for whatever those notes are. But we stay in our little cubby hole and put in your concern for those people. Anytime you give us a call at 311 or if we get that email, we handle them both the same way. We will listen to whatever your concern is or read it as the case may be and kind of determine what the issue is. Sometimes it's very straightforward. Sometimes you have to listen for a little bit more of those details, and that helps us determine where it needs to go.
All right, thank you. Someone to be in contact. Thank you. Bye-bye.
The simplest example we give is a pothole. Someone calls and says there's a pothole at Taylorsville and Breckenridge. Put it into the system. That's always going to go to Public Works. So we will type in those notes. We fill in our custom fields, which determines the routing for it, and it automatically routes to them for their work order to go out and do the work. We turned 35. It was a very exciting time for us. And we started as City Call way back in the day, 35 years ago. We then became Metro Call 311, and in 2018 we went to Metro 311. Because we are not just a call center. You can reach us through our email, social media with Twitter or what the kids call X now. You can email us. You can also reach us through our web portal or our mobile app.
Bye-bye.
Summer season is highways and grass. Fall season is when you get into LIHEAP and other issues that are come up with energy and assistance. And then you have your downtime right after the holidays. And so normally January is 500 calls, maybe Monday through Friday a day. This year, January hit with a snowstorm, and that tripled in some cases. We went from what would normally be a 500 call a day to 1,000 calls a day. And 3 of the days in the 2-week span we had our snow emergency were well over 2,000. The call came out, who can volunteer for it, and all 9 of us stepped up. The whole office is consistent of 9 of us. There are 8 of us that answer phones, 1 of us that does emails, and not a person said no. We come together and we're always very proud of the work that we do. And as the lead in the office, it's really important for me to see that everybody comes together when we need to and we all support each other. But most importantly, we support the city and everybody that we work with.
An additional HVAC inspection that is sometimes necessary would be related to if there's a correction to be made. And there's an assortment of them. So what we'll do is we'll have the contractor come in, address the correction that is needed. Once it's completed, they'll call me and we'll come back in.
Punch, the Louisville Zoo's Asian elephant, turned 55 with a special birthday celebration.
We had to reschedule Punch's birthday because of the weather, and we did a theme of fun, fitness, and friendship at 55. We do a lot of fun things through enrichment for these guys. We give them lots of toys, lots of things to interact with and keep their minds busy. We do a lot of fitness stuff because in the wild, elephants would move around a lot. So we want to make sure that we're giving them the same opportunities here. So we use a lot of training things to be able to give them all the exercise that they need. Friendship is a very important thing for elephants. They are very social animals. These are friendship bracelets made out of baling twine. So the baling twine that we use on the hay that we feed the elephants every day, been saving it up and made some friendship bracelets out of it to hand out to the guests who came to celebrate her birthday with us.
Would you like to work at the zoo? If you're outgoing, highly motivated, and enjoy working with the public, the zoo could use you. There was a job fair held recently, but positions are still available.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Good. The turnout is amazing. If you could, just your name, number, and your email address.
Yeah.
It's been non-stop since we opened at 10 a.m. Listed 1 through 8 are the different types of positions that we're looking to hire for. We have a wide variety of positions, like our guest services, admissions and memberships, and our education department that help with our summer camps, people who assist the keepers. So all kinds of different jobs for all kinds of different people.
It's my 6th year at the zoo. I care very deeply about the environment and the animals that live on Earth with us, and I just want to do my part and help to conserve the planet.
We normally fill about 85% of our positions from the job fair, and then we also have an online interest portal. Just go ahead and fill this out. This is an amazing first job for our high school kids. It's also an amazing job for our retirees who want a little supplemental income, and it's really a fun place to work because you get to experience a lot of different things with animals that you never thought that you would have the opportunity to have experience with.
The zoo's a great place to be. It's a great place to work. It's a very fun environment. I always tell people I never have a boring day here at the zoo.
Our season runs from March the 1st through November the 30th.
Let me know on the top of this front page of the application what your top 2 choice areas are.
Once you're finished filling out the application, just bring it back up, okay?
Visit LouisvilleZoo.org for more information on how to apply for a job. According to Louisville Urban Forestry, right now is the perfect time to prune and trim trees around the city. They're looking for a few volunteers to help get ready for spring.
Thank you for joining us today for Pruning and Pints. My name is Patton. Have you volunteered with us before?
We definitely want to be maintaining trees when they're younger. That's going to help them grow to their fullest potential with the best structure possible.
When we approach a tree, we're looking for 3 things: dead or decaying wood, diseased, and then we have damaged.
The winter, late fall, early spring, that's the best time to be performing this kind of tree maintenance.
All of the leaves that are going to grow on this branch are ultimately going to feed this branch. We have to keep that in mind so that we're not reducing too much.
We get a group of volunteers together. We teach them the basics of tree maintenance and tree care, give them all the tools and the safety equipment they might need.
So we have to cut it right outside of the branch bark ridge, and you can almost feel it.
The idea is that when these trees are dormant, they're less susceptible to disease.
Perfect.
And so they're actually going to be best suited to regrow and generate a bunch of food for themselves this coming spring.
You want to have a clean cut.
Anytime during that dormant period is a great time to prune trees. We would love to have you volunteer, help plant some trees or prune some in your local neighborhood. Feel free to reach out to the Urban Forestry Division with Parks and Recreation, and just keep an eye on our social media platforms or our volunteer webpage.
The Office for Safe and Healthy Neighborhoods held their Night of Remembrance event honoring Louisville's 2024 victims of violence.
Gun violence has become a defining challenge in our community, and it's touched every Louisville community. There's not a single community that is not affected. And tonight, we'll be saying the names of 156 individuals from our neighborhoods who are victims of a problem that has stolen their futures, that plagues our streets and disrupts our lives. each and every day. The 156 victims, there are 156 families who have had to accept a cruel, cruel change in their family and who now live with lasting trauma for the rest of their lives. And I assure you that our city is aware, and we're paying attention, and we're fighting hard to create change. In the last year, we worked to strengthen partnerships with prosecutors and the judicial system to ensure that people that commit these horrible crimes are held accountable. Mayor Greenberg has affirmed his support for the city and the community-wide prevention efforts that we have ongoing, and that we should work with all of our stakeholders in the community and in government to help save lives together. And through the rapid development of affordable housing, that influx of new businesses with jobs, and through everyday citizens being engaged in community mobilization, we are working to give our young people more opportunities, more chances, more decisions to make positive decisions and not be involved with guns, gangs, and violence. So, I say to all of us, please, let's work together. Let's make change. Let's let our young people have choices other than death, other than guns, other than prison. We can do this. I know we can. And I know it may seem hard right now, but I know that we can do this. I feel it. I know Louisville, and I know you all. And so, with that being said, I'm going to be a good politician and be quiet. I love you all. Thank you very much.
Jeff Morrow, the Iroquois High School boys basketball coach, earned his 500th career win recently. Morrow says the most important part of his job is helping boys become better men.
You just accomplished a feat. What was that feat? 500 career wins last week. What does that mean to you to get that many wins? It's special because it speaks to longevity, that you've been able to, stick with something for a long time. This is my 29th season, 27 in JCPS. So what about coaching within JCPS has made you want to stick it out for almost 3 decades? I think it's seeing your players go on and be successful. Winning is great. But when you feel like you've had an impact in their lives and you hear from them, whether it's 3 years, 5 years, 10 years down the road, and they're telling you, well, I got this new job, or I've got this new family, I got married, just feeling like you've made a contribution to their lives is really special. As a basketball coach, you want to win, and you practice to win, and you focus on winning, but to see the fruits of your labor beyond the court and beyond wins is special. Not too many coaches have reached 500 wins. What does it mean to be able to say that you're a part of that elite company? Well, it means, one, I've been doing it for a long time. 2, it means I've had a ton of talented players, because no matter how good a coach you are, if you don't have good players, it's not going to matter. Last question now, do you have another 500 wins in you? Well, we'll take them one at a time. I've got a little gas left in the tank, so I'm not ready to hang it up just yet.
Louisville Metro Animal Services needs volunteers and people who are willing to foster dogs and cats. They also have a shelter full of dogs and cats just waiting to become your new best friend. Thank you for watching Louisville This Week. Please share Metro TV with your family and friends, and ask them to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and X, and download our app on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire TV. Have a wonderful week.